לפניך נודעני לפניך נודעני לפניך נודעני לפניך. So as we are gathering, I want to also, use this chant to gather up our own kind of power, the power and the capacity to rewire our brains. And today I've been thinking a lot about what Rick Hansen had to teach about the rewiring of the brain, and the difference between having an experience and having that experience really do the rewiring for, that is necessary. And we came up, I don't remember who did it, but somebody came up with an
acronym
that's INFAR. Maybe it was David Blumenstein who came up with that, INFAR, to remind us. And the INFAR, so the I is, so it's intensity, intention, inquiry. As we're chanting that I, intensity, intention, and inquiry. The N is a novelty, meaning like, come up with a new melody so that your brain will not go into habitual form anymore. Just like, something new to pay attention to. That's the N. And the F is focus, like with each sound that you make, focusing on that sound, feeling it in your mouth, in your body, focusing. A is awareness, developing a kind of awareness of what the medicine of this chant is and bringing that awareness to bear. So it kind of sets us on a path. And the last is R, which is repetition. And every time we repeat it, we go a little bit deeper with it. So infar, let's do this moda ani, this prayer of gratefulness, as an infar practice. Moda ani lefanecha, 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 modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha. So hello, KZOOMers. So good to be together. This theme of this KZOOM has to do with conversation with the beloved, and the line in the Song of Songs that sent me to this work, it just says Hagida li. It means just tell me, my love, tell me. And it's really asking to be in this conversation. So immediately I thought about like, oh, what is this conversation? What does it mean to be engaged with this conversation? And there was a couple things that really inspired me and intrigued me about what it means to be in conversation with the beloved. And one of them, which I have it actually taped up to my whiteboard behind my computer, which is this prayer from Auschwitz, from Eddie Hillesum, who is an amazing, amazing soul. And her prayer, she says, you have, and here she is in hell, really. And she says, you have made me so rich, O God. Please, let me share your beauty with open hands. My life has become an uninterrupted dialogue with you. An uninterrupted dialogue with you, O God. One great dialogue. Sometimes when I stand in some corner of the camp, my feet planted on your earth, my eyes raised toward your heaven, tears sometimes run down my face, tears of deep emotion and gratitude. At night, too, when I lie in bed and rest in you, O God, tears of gratitude run down my face, and that is my prayer. So I felt so inspired and also intrigued of like, what does that mean to have one uninterrupted dialogue with the great mystery, one great dialogue.
No matter what.
No matter what,
Apparently.
yeah. And so and so that's partly what I wanted to do to be able to chant this chant, to invite that dialogue, to step into that dialogue. And I was just sort of looking for other teachings that might even illuminate Eddie Hillesum's prayer. And I found this by John Robinson from Mystical Activism. He says, always waiting for us, presence. Oops, fix that. Always waiting for us. Presence is the ultimate intimacy, empathy, and mercy. Entering this presence, we often notice an increase in ambient light. Falling gently on things nearby, the light of presence renders everything more beautiful, bright, crystal clear, and fascinating. The world is subtly but wonderfully transfigured in its soft and celestial illumination, which is itself the presence. As we let presence come closer, surrounding and touching us like the warm softness of a blanket, we begin to feel peaceful, content, relaxed, and safe. There is no fear, time urgency, or worry in this loving and protected space. Moreover, experiencing this closeness and unity with presence often evokes immense joy, which some describe as the soul's response to its reunion and renewed intimacy with God. Mm-hmm. And when I read that, I thought, oh, that's what she was experiencing. And, it's like, oh, I'm not there yet. But I can sort of have a glimpse through her eyes what it means to live in that presence, which is to live in this uninterrupted conversation with the beloved. So inspired by those teachings, I want to chant these words, Hagida li, sha'ahava nafshi, and see if we can just step into what it might mean to be in an uninterrupted conversation with God. We are inviting that conversation. Hagida li, sha'ahava Hagida Sha'ava nafshi 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 Hagida Sha'ava nafshi. You have made me so rich, oh God. Please let me share your beauty with open hands. My life has become an uninterrupted dialogue with you. Oh God, one great dialogue. And as we let presence come closer, surrounding and touching us like the warm softness of a blanket, we begin to feel peaceful, content, relaxed, and safe. There's no fear, no time urgency or worry in this loving and protected space. Moreover, experiencing this closeness and unity with presence can evoke immense joy, which some describe as the soul's response to its reunion and renewed intimacy with God. So it's not intimacy that we're looking for. And sometimes I think one of the main obstacles to that intimacy is that there's part of my brain just talking all the time. And it's talking about what's going to come, what might come next, and what just happened. And it kind of like is a noisy kind of voice. And so it feels it's essential to quiet that voice and to move from the head to the heart. And, because that voice is like, it's sort of babbling along. It's narrating our experience and making plans for the future, and which doesn't ever come. But, and so there's this, so in order for that presence to take hold, to surround us like that soft blanket, we first need to come to some stillness, some spaciousness. And so this next practice that I want to do, that's called heart reflections, to me is a kind of a pathway from head to heart. And I even, sometimes in the middle of the night if I wake up and I am having trouble going back to sleep, I'll do this practice. And maybe I didn't wake you up, did I? No. But I'll do this practice.
Made for a wonderful dream. I was being tempted to.
To come into my heart and to the place of domu. So the chant says, Imru vilvavchem, Imru vilvavchem. So take that conversation from the head and begin to feel it inside the heart, because inside the heart that conversation begins to change. It really becomes a conversation of this present moment, really, character 3. Mm-hmm. And and from that place of that heart conversation, it's possible from there to move into even a moment of domu, which is this cross between stillness and silence. And then the word selah means yeah. So let's open up a kind of a pathway from head to heart, so that we can make a space for that conversation to happen in the deepest places inside us. Imru. Is that how it goes? Vilvavchem. Mish'kavchem. Imru. Vilvavchem. Mish'kavchem. Tomu. Selah, domu, create a spaciousness in the heart to have that conversation happen. And I love that it's a conversation. It goes back and forth. I just wanted to share this one quote that I love from Henry Nouwen in his book Beloved. He says, "Worship to me is constantly to say yes to God's love, to say, Lord, I love you too, because you're beautiful and you're great. I love you too." That signals a change of heart. The moments we call worship are basically nothing else but moments in which we remind ourselves that our lives are about moments in which we articulate in a particular way the essence of our existence. And I just loved the sort of innocence of that. I love you too.
I love you too.
And so I've sort of made it like sort of a new practice for me when I see something beautiful, like the golden cottonwood tree against the deep blue sky. I say, "Oh, I love you too. I love you too." And it really changes it. It turns it into a conversation rather than just me kind of just being blown away. That I'm keeping up my part of the conversation, which is, to be able to say that. So, so I've found that in my practice that the heart is, I do what I call heart geography, meaning like the heart is an energetic space in us that needs our attention, because that's where that conversation can happen. So I wanted to bring this heart meditation to you, and there are the words are from Psalm 77, verse 7, a nice number here, and they say, "With my heart, im levavi asicha." So asicha is translated as a meditation, but it comes from the word for conversation. So I will converse with you, God, with my heart, in my heart. And what that will open for me is ruchi, there is this kind of force of my loving and my searching and my seeking that will be, that the spirit, from that place of my heart, my spirit will soar, will seek, will expand. So there's three phases of this meditation, and I hope some of you looked at it in advance on the website. But the first phase really is about opening up a concentration in the heart, but a certain aspect of the heart, which I call the back door of the heart. So, mostly when I've been thinking about the heart, I think about this front door of the heart center. And my attention kind of goes out, in 180 degrees here of what I can see. But there's a whole other aspect of my being, which is radiating from the other side of me, the back of me. And opening up an attention into the back of my heart, really, it takes a lot of focus, but it charges up the heart center. And so what I want to do is that 3 times we will chant those words, im levavi asicha, and while we're chanting it, we will keep a concentration on the back of our heart center. And, sometimes I'll even just touch the back of my heart. Touch the back of my heart. You want to touch the back of my heart? Yeah. And to just get a sense of it physically, but then have a sense energetically of what's the back door of my heart, and can I put the vibration of the chant in that place in the back of my heart and charge it up so that I'll say that 3 times, and then when I say ve'echapes ruchi, I let that chant come from way in back of my heart out into the universe, through the front of my heart, out into the universe. And then the second time I say it, I'll let it kind of come back to me again. Got that? So this is, I think, for some people it might be a little bit of advanced practice, and other people will find it very easy. But let's get the chant going and just have a sense of that place in the back door of the heart. That sense way, way deep inside. Vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha. And now let it fly.
Vaychapes ruchi.
And let it come back.
Vaychapes ruchi.
Again, the back of the heart. Vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha. Vaychapes ruchi,
Vaychapes ruchi.
vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha.
Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi. Vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha.
Let the energy come bursting forth.
Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi.
And again, the deepest, deepest place.
Vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi.
Again in the back of the heart.
Vilvavchem asicha, vilvavchem asicha, Vayikapes ruchi. Vayikapes ruchi.
And once more, really deep, deep, deep inside.
Vayikapes ruchi. Vayikapes ruchi.
So in the silence, just find that spaciousness inside the heart. So that is, so we're charging up that energy center. And the second phase of the practice uses movement also to charge it up. So I'll be chanting. When I begin, is just turn my head first to the left, and then I'll make a kind of an arc with my head. So it's like Imru asicha. Imru asicha. Imru asicha. And then when I sing Vayikapes ruchi, I'm just going to bow my head into the center and really find the depths, find the infinite inside. Vayikapes ruchi. And then just rise up inside the heart. Vayikapes ruchi. So the first phase of the practice, we kind of open up that wide space out there, and then we open up that infinite space inside through that deep bow. And you can move as little as or as much as you want. You can imagine moving if you want, if that works better for you, or you can just totally give your whole body to it as well. And it's here. It's another way of charging up that heart space. Because each time we say im levavi, we are kind of moving towards the heart. Here, we're kind of pointing to the heart, and giving it energy through the chants. So we begin. You begin also first by always turning your head to the left, and then you say, "Im levavi asicha, im levavi asicha, im levavi asicha." And now deep bow.
Vayikapes ruchi.
Coming back up into the heart.
Vayikapes ruchi.
Turn your head to the left. Levavi asicha. Levavi
im levavi asicha.
Bow.
Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi. Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha. Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi. Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha. Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi.
Once more, really giving yourself to the movement.
Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha. Im levavi asicha.
Bowing into the infinite depths.
Vaychapes ruchi. Vaychapes ruchi.
And just notice the energy of the heart and a sense of that space inside you expanding to receive that presence. So I'd like to try to do the third phase of this practice. And I'm going to ask Rachmil
Yes, my love.
if you would chant, and the rest of us are going to breathe
Certainly.
with the chant. So, we begin as on an inhale, and then when Rachmil chants, we will exhale Im levavi asicha, and then inhale Im levavi asicha. And as we're inhaling and exhaling, we're imagining spiraling into the heart, and we do that 3 times. And then with when he sings Vaychapes ruchi, we'll be exhaling and sending our breath and our energy out to search and taste and explore the universe. And on the inhale, we will let that breath return with information, subtleties, and the richness of what we receive. So I think of the heart as an organ of, the energetic heart as an organ of perception. You can send that heart energy out into the world and then kind of allow it to kind of taste what's there in the universe and bring it back bring back that richness here. So we're going to all begin on the inhale, and then Rachmiel will chant. Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
And exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
And now send that breath out.
Vaikapes ruchi.
And inhale.
Vaikapes ruchi.
And again, exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
Spiraling into the heart.
Vilvavchem, asicha. Vilvavchem, asicha.
Now send it out.
Vaikapes ruchi.
And in.
Vaikapes ruchi.
Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha. Vilvavchem, asicha. Vaikapes ruchi. Vaikapes ruchi.
Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha.
Spiraling into the heart.
Vilvavchem, asicha. Vilvavchem, asicha.
Exhale.
Vaikapes ruchi.
In.
Vaikapes ruchi.
And once more. Exhale.
Vilvavchem, asicha. Vilvavchem, asicha. Vilvavchem, asicha.
From that deep place in
Vaikapes
Send it out.
ruchi.
and receive the universe.
Vaikapes ruchi.
And just breathe from that deep, open space of the heart. And that's where the conversation with the beloved can happen. That wide open space. So how does that feel? Very. I wish I could hear you all, but I can feel you. I can feel you.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful practice, I think. So there's this challenge that we have of clearing some of the clutter inside, of making space, and to say that there's a kind of a veil of over the eyes of the heart that we want to clear, And again, from John Robinson's mystical activism book, he says, mystical consciousness is an intentional state of intense, highly sensory awareness that dissolves the veil of thought to reveal the presence of the divine as reality itself. I'll say that again. Mystical consciousness is an intentional state of intense, highly sensory awareness that dissolves the veil of thought to reveal the presence of the divine as reality itself. I love that. So I wanted that dissolving the veil of thoughts. That's something that's keeping me from that uninterrupted dialogue with the mystery, is that, that there are moments when I need to dissolve that veil of thoughts and see the miracle that is in front of me, which is the presence of the divine as reality itself. I'm blowing my own mind here.
Oh, absolutely. Daily.
So I want our final practice to be this one of unveiling the eyes, of dissolving the veil of thought, to reveal the mystery. And these words from Psalm 119, I think I want to put those words inside me as an intention. nifla'ot aynai nifla'ot mitorateka nifla'ot aynai So I think that our practice is a practice of awareness, of infar, of intention, novelty, focus, awareness, and repetition. And that can rewire the brain, but also dissolve the veil of thoughts to reveal the presence of the divine as reality itself. So I want to thank you for your practice. I invite you to come to the website, give a little donation in honor of what you have received, and also look and see now there's some retreats I'll be teaching that I'm excited about that you might want to come to. A Soul Lift retreat in Tampa, retreat at Kripalu in March, and Julie, I'm going to be coming to EHOP, the Episcopal House of Prayer, to do an interfaith retreat with Matthew Wright, who's this wonderful Episcopal priest and Sufi. So we'll be teaching a retreat there in August. So lots of wonderful things happening retreat-wise. So I'm going to